West Salem High School has only been around for a couple of decades, but its success has been amazingly consistent over the years. Excellence has been a part of the Titan DNA from almost the word go. To analyze all the reasons why for this achievement would likely prove to be boring. But the bottom line might be that high expectations have always been a part of West Salem High. And a man who established and has maintained principles of success since he came to the school in its inaugural year can be given a measure of credit.
Well, for me, high school athletics was, really the turning point in my life. Did not have a lot of male leadership along the way, and my coaches were the ones that kept me going to school. Sports itself at first were the ones, but then the relationships that I made with those coaches were what kept me coming every day, kept me making good decisions.
Now, before anyone thinks West Salem football coach Shawn Stanley is some sort of saint, he would be the first to tell you that is patently untrue. But what Coach Stanley has done, with the help of dozens of others around him over the years on the West Campus, is to cultivate a culture emphasizing exceptionalism. Shawn's journey to football coaching greatness began at the school considered West Salem's fiercest local football rival, Sprague High School. Stanley steadily developed his athleticism during his 4 years with the Olympians, where the coaches worked to harness their players' endless energy and direct him towards a more disciplined approach on the field and in his own life. The process actually began in middle school at Judson, but reached its zenith once he engaged with his football coach Robin Hill and defensive coordinator Art Lashenko, who also coached the track team.
In high school, I had to start off with Robin Hill. Came my sophomore year in high school and really made me believe I could maybe do something after high school as far as football was concerned, but really was just a positive role model. Someone I came to school every day, was consistent in how he treated me with his expectations. That was something I really thrived on. Positive is what comes to mind when I think of him. Always upbeat, always high energy. Art Lashenko is another one that I don't think maybe gets enough credit in my own mind or the way I've explained my upbringing.
Shawn was a solid competitor and ended up becoming quarterback for the Olympian football team, leading them to their first ever football playoff victory. That success convinced him he could play at the next level. So after a short stop at Southern Oregon University for a year, he found a home at Western Oregon University, where he served as a college free safety and punt returner. He learned more football and life lessons from the Wolves coaching staff, and he became close friends with too many hangs out with to this day. Stanley's initial teaching position was at Sprague, where he was a PE teacher and assistant football and track coach. But when West Salem opened in 2002, Shawn was quickly moved to West to serve under Coach Bo Yates. When Yates left to become an administrator, West AD Ken Phillips didn't hesitate to tab Shawn as the new head football coach. And it was the beginning of what has been a 5-star relationship. What has helped Stanley remain so grounded as a teacher and coach are several things. His personal faith, the love of his wife and 2 daughters, and worldview he calls the Titan Way. It is a formula that helps Shawn find balance in his life and reduce the pressure of winning over everything else. Shawn Stanley is a man driven towards excellence, a man who leads by example, and a man who enjoys watching his players transform into well-rounded adults. All of these elements have combined to make Shawn Stanley a Salem Kaiser beacon.